Your trust is the law. Still game. I ain't about to throw it. God damn. Press one. I don't see. Oh, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Press one. I'm trying to tell you. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And when I try to walk away. Oh my goodness. All right. Life. We dealing with the terrible, terrible situation of being born. Life without the possibility of parole and thinking everything is funny and a joke. Press one, the anti-life equation on display in this one, because we dealing with civil death, which comes from civil muteness. Press one, and do you know what a mute is? Press one. It's Charlie Chaplin. Hit the like button and subscribe. If you are mute, you are non-compost. I call it Charlie Chaplin. You are non-compos mentis, and that is why the federal government has all jurisdiction over you. Press one. Are we understanding this? You don't deserve. Your trust is the law. Your inheritance that I gave you all the history on, the black genocide and the Holocaust, all of your forefathers who died for this, that's just stage one. Now you got to speak for them. And not only for them, you got to speak for them by way of speaking for yourself. Hit the like button, because they all went into 13th and 14th Amendmentship and all wanted to be citizens and fell into black. That's facts. Hit the like button and subscribe, even if you don't want to. By not challenging the law, in their law, you stand convicted. It is your duty as a black dead man in America to stand up for what's right. And that's not just say, yeah, man, hey, man, this one and that one. Oh, no. You got to already begin the process. We way past that. You got to start speaking. See, speaking, hit the like button. You cannot come to KevRow University and talk about various things and be mute when it comes to the law and understanding it. You hear more than anybody. Can we all agree? There should be no reason why we moving all forward. Taj, you see why I said don't go nowhere forward? See why? See? Why are you going way up there when we press one? See? I said, this is what I did all that work and all those diagrams and all those rooms for nothing. You know why? Because they can't speak. They ain't even try. Hit the like button and subscribe. No. No. They ain't even tried. Classroom. They ain't even tried. They not even trying to speak. Even infants try to speak. Press one. Even infants try to speak now. The role of this university is for you to come out of a dead state. Even if you sound retarded, I see it as you was in a coma, your lips don't move and your tongue don't move correctly and you're slurring a little bit. And that's fine. Nobody can make fun of you but me. What's the worst one? The worst one. You heard Malcolm. Kev just gonna get up there and embarrass us, man. I ain't got time to say exactly. No, I'm not gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna show you that you ain't paying attention. And that's embarrassing. Not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is what I always did my whole life. See? You playing. I always been like that. Told you might have seen me in the street, but nigga, you don't know me. Try to tell you. I'm gonna make fun of him, but at the same time, I'm still gonna ask you, what you doing? So Taj, why Ali over here calling you Taj Bay, and you are dead to the law, and you're a cosmic lunatic, as you said. Ali Bay as well. Why? Because Ali, you know what? Ali has an ah, I'm at the lunch tables today, nigga. Nah, where my sweater go? Nigga. Oh, come on. Oh. Everybody on trial. Nigga. Everybody. Oh, nah. Y'all know my favorite people to fuck with, too. So, stand strong. Stand strong in them armor. So, Taj, as crazy as you sound, press one, and as lunacy as you may have perceived yourself, I don't think you that crazy. I think you just need some adjustment. I don't think you crazy. Ali, my good friend, Ali sitting right here clowning you. I'm the nigga that start bagging contests. He over here, since y'all don't want to say nothing, press one. He over here talking about Taj Bay, and it was really him, but Ali ain't been studying Taj. Press one. He self-admitted that. Hit the like button. He on the Discord right now. He ain't been studying. Man, motherfuckers think I'm mad. I'm not mad. No, I'm finna go live. I'm gonna find out your issue and I'm gonna do a lecture on it. Press one. And so here we are. Civil mutinous. The anti-life equation. Press one. Hey, lectures and speeches all month. I'm doing all month long. I'm not getting mad. I'm being artistic about explaining this and what we are in. So what Ali issue is, press one at the School of Psychology board. Press one is he's a mute. He know football. Press one, he see me get my ass whooped on college football more than a couple times. I mean, football. He know WWE. He know all the cartoons. Press one. But when it comes to the law, Ali veers off. Why? Because Ali don't be studying. Self-admitted. I thought he had Down syndrome. But he said, I don't be studying. Huh? Press one. I erased everything. You know when the teacher erased everything off the chalkboard? That's what I did. Oh, hell no. We done moved all the way up to section this one and that one. And y'all like, Press one. Subject matter, leave no child behind. I need a break. I need a joint. This school is a fucking doozy. This is gonna hurt. There's one of these Down syndrome brain ass niggas. So we gotta adjust. Ali Bay. Yep, call him Ali Bay. He gotta work himself out of Ali Bay and Bocat Bay and Pop Bay. All of them. All three of them. Ali and hey, Taj, what I can give you credit on is you don't give up. That's one thing you don't do. You can be humble. I love that shit. And you not afraid to speak. Even if this shit, I hate saying this, but nigga, even if you veer off most of the goddamn time, I dealt with Rico and Francois, so I can deal with you. Trust me. Press one. But mute. See, Ali and the guys think it's funny. I've dealt with this my whole life. Niggas hang out with me, right? And they get so used to me bagging on everybody else. Press one. I say Bocat bait. Everybody bays till they come out to sea. Press on. Fuck that. Press one. All rules apply to everybody. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Taj Bay. Bocat Bay. I got a whole Bay program over here. And people under civil orders and civil mutinous. Press one. Self-decapitation. Ain't nothing like a Terminator, but to self-terminate. Woo! You know that nigga ain't been studying. He just been in class blinking. My nigga like a cartoon, and then nigga just blinking. The hell is you doing blinking all the goddamn time? Say something. Brother, what? Hell no. Time to get active. Who out here? Non-compost mentis head ass niggas. And y'all want to know why I be giggling and laughing so much. All my whole life is non-compost mentis niggas. So I know how to deal with my niggas. This is easy. You feel me? It's all on them though. No, I tried. I told them how long they been here? Years. And you ain't been studying? Deemed incompetent. Press one. I know if I ask you, the class gonna be like, oh shit. Incompetent Ollie. Press one. Damn. Damn. Press one. Y'all signed up to go to school to be incompetent? Hell no. I'm not allowing that. I'm not allowing the first years of KevRow University to come in incompetent and leave incompetent. I'm not allowing it. I'm not accepting that. Press one. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I know you know how to speak more than one sentence. One word? Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. Come on, come on. I had to come back on the internet. I was smooth cruising, about to play football and stuff. Chill out. Press one. No. Ali had to say some of the dumbest shit you can say at KevRow University. I ain't been studying teach. I'm gonna be real. I got all these problems. Press one. I got all these damn problems and just, man, I watching cartoons and hit the like button and subscribe. I be watching No Jumper. Press one. That's the memory erasing program. No Jumper. I was fucked up and watched Compton Rick Rock, who does reactions, awful reactions, awful reaction. I just fell into the void again. I was watching. Press one. No Jumper. Damn. Got the remedy. What you suffering from is in what we call in law self-decapitation. You know you dead. And you know what it takes for you to come alive. But you rather stay dead. Press one. Can we agree? We gonna diagnose this shit so it never creep back in this bitch. What is a person that chooses to be civilly dead? Press one. Well, remember we was talking about suicide in law? Well, I mean, we was dealing with how you got to speak again. Mm-hmm. This is it. This is how you die. This is how you die. Mute. Hit the like button and subscribe. You're going to live a dead, mute, incompetent bastard, and you're going to die one. We're going to take care of you while you struggle to be and reach maturity in law. You'll never reach that. So God sent Kev to give you a speed pass. Press one. My story a little different. God sent Kev to give you a speed pass to understanding law and the word. Press one. Gave you a brother that looked like you asked for. Press one. Talk like you. Silly. Non-aggressive but stirred. Press one. Hey. You know what, God? Make them just like us so we know. So here Kev is. Boo-ba-da-ba, boo-da-boo-ba-da-ba. Press one. I'm going to teach you this. Did nobody on earth teach me this? Hit the like button and subscribe. I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody taught me this. I didn't graduate no school. That's a college or none of that. So God bless whatever spirit this is that knows all this. Hit the like button. I could have been like Munchie B and chilling on that one podcast talking about crime. Plus gangbangers. I could have turned out all these different ways that comes with the statistical breakdown of my letdowns in life. but he saved me. He saved me. I'm so silly. All right. That combos mental. All right. Civil mutinous, the lecture. Life without the possibility of parole. Press 1 and one signature away from slavery. Okay? So that's the objective. If you take any of my jokes and you like, man, fuck him, he embarrassing me. So what? We in the metaverse. We supposed to laugh at ourselves anyway. Press 1, and we supposed to. Okay, so stop. That's how the medicine go down. Don't. It's crazy when Kev do it. It's different. So everybody start off as bays because everybody pledged and everybody press 1 is mute. So y'all, whether you want to be or not, all of y'all is a bunch of Moors. Press 1. You pledged. So that's what it is. Good luck with attaining enlightenment here at KevRow University. Dealing with volume 2, civil mutinous. All right, this is gonna be this. I think I like this because I made this one while I was at KevRow University, and this is inspired by Ali. I want Ali to know, and the fellas over there, that this was created for you. I'm dropping this in the Discord for downloading, so you'll have it in your sheet, and you will have a whole booklet when you finish. You can download this. This is the lecture. This is why you're gonna speak. I'm not getting mad at you. I'm just gonna refer you to the first book of civil mutinous. Press 1. And ladies, if y'all got husbands and sons that is mute, send them this way. Okay. This is the lecture, the small lecture on civil mutinous, the legal and biblical implications. Okay? Introduction, the legal silence trap. In law, silence was never neutral. A man who chooses to remain a mute in civil matters is not seen as a wise or cautious, but as one who has surrendered his rights. Press 1. Hello? Every day use a surrenderer. Your ass is a surrenderer. That's what you are. A surrenderer. Hit the like button and subscribe. And this is the truth of the matter. That's why you accept being a prisoner of war. Because you surrendered. You don't just put your hands up and wave white flags. You are silent in law. Okay? You surrendered your rights. Courts and all type of jurisdictions all over the earth in supreme standing interpret silence through centuries of doctrine. If you do not answer, the presumption against you stands uncontested. Press 1. How you gonna get out of this? You gotta contest. Are we clear? You have to contest and learn the language of law to come out of a dead state. You must learn to contest. That's why I say study and then come over here and spew that stuff and sharpen the iron. Press 1. This transforms civil mutinous into a condition approaching what the law calls civil death. Huh? So we've been teaching civil death, right? Life without the possibility of parole. Ali, why do you got life without the possibility of parole? Why was you born with it, and why are you still in that condition? Break it down. Because I'm going to answer for you. Because I am a mute. Press 1. It's going to be tough this year, nigga. Because I am a mute. Press 1. I'm a civil mute, which led to, it keeps me dead in law. Is anybody keeping you dead in law other than being mute? No. All responsibility is on you, champion. No. Can you reclaim inheritance that's just sitting there waiting for you? No. So you want reparations. How? You're a mute. You want reclassification. How? Testify. You can't. Why? Because you're civilly dead. Common law. You're of common law, right? Under your own law. When a defendant failed to answer, judgment. Press 1. Judgment was entered by default. I told you, you're mute by default. After judgment. Civil death defined. Black's Law Dictionary defines civil death as the condition of a person who has lost all or almost all civil rights by the fact of being sentenced to life in prison. Press 1. Parents patriae. I think we've been through this. Press 1. Isaiah 53:7. Speak of the suffering servant. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened his mouth. He opened not his mouth before God. Press 1. What you think it's talking about? You got the same problem. Proverbs 31:8 commands, open thy mouth, for the dumb in the cause of all such are appointed to destruction. I'm trying to save you, champions. Don't run from me, champ. I'll just play. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. That's all, bro. Kev got more love than everybody. I'm trying to save your life. Press 1. Ain't no other person out here telling you this stuff, man. Remaining mute when falsely accused is not righteousness. It's surrender. Y'all need to listen to the music that I used to listen to. My shit crazy. No surrender. My nigga just a nigga business, so can I get away? Hello? That is incompetency birth. Press 1, he just fills the legal role of infant. Unable to claim inheritance. Jeremiah 4:22 declares, my people is foolish. They have not known me. Press 1. Wow. The silence of law thus silence in law echoes silence in spirit. It perpetrates the bondage of presumption. This is your captivity here. Press 1. So you're going to have a whole list of words you can look up. So you can study the call to speak. The law and the Bible converge on the principle. A man must testify. Revelation 12:11 says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, but by the word of thy testimony, and by the word of their testimony. Without testimony, there is no overcoming. Silence allows the presumption of death to stand. Hello? See, you're gonna have to embed this in your mirror. I am of sound mind. Press 1. I rebuke the presumption. Press 1. You gotta believe this. You gotta know it. That gotta be your fantasy. Overcoming death. You know Jesus died a civil death? You know why? Because Christ is the head, which is why you was removed from the family. That's why. Not because you're in the all-conscious mushroom daydreaming movement. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. You was crucified on the cross. Your people was, and handed the burden right to you. But you can't even understand that until I know that you're competent enough to go there. I made that mistake, making all of these things, and whichever person, no. It's you. It's the individual. Because you know what we doing here. You know what we studying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chose to come here. So there's rules and different things, especially being in a space where you can contact me. My piece is everything. My piece is everything to me. I value a fishing pole, a hook, more than any damn thing at this point. I just want to see some water. Press 1 and talk and teach and do my lessons the way I need to. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, so one thing about acceptance, you have to accept you're under civil muteness and you accept being black. You are not of sound mind. You prefer to be taken care of by an invisible white man named the United States government, fictional. Continue to live as if the daydream is real. That's okay. A bunch of people do it. It's safe. Press 1. You ain't got to think too much. Everything is on autopilot. The history, everything is given to you. That's fine. Millions, there's no hate. I just know you're not ready, and that's fine. Maybe you will in the future. That's why you got to get the books. Maybe in the future. I don't know. I can't do that. I can't, but I can say, uh, you can't debate this information. This is the truth. This is a hard sound truth. This is where you are mentally. This is the most important information to me. Yep. I'm sitting back reading. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We don't know. You don't know where we are? Press one. I got to talk about. I got to talk about it. I can't go no further if you don't know what I'm talking about. And I can't allow that to happen. You become the incompetent heir, and you know you incompetent when you can't speak. So why do you choose? You do better trying to speak. You'll do better trying to speak. I'm bringing this lecture up real quick. All right, where was we at? We in section 2. We did section 1, right? Okay. Nobody said nothing. So we're gonna move on to section 2. I'm gonna get real comfortable because I gotta read. Press what? I gotta make sure that the class understand we're moving into section 2 of chapter 1. We're talking about the inability to speak and why black men choose ignorant entertainment distraction over sound information and truth. So, this is a great study group. I'm going to allow it to be tainted by the BS and none of that. It's just going to start asking regular questions and see where this class goes. If you're on my Patreon, I'm going to drop the link to the Discord in a second. It's up to you to do your homework. I left it up there for people. It's on you. Shout out to you, the family. Okay? So let's get started. For by the words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. Life without parole. Okay? So let's get started. The phrase life without parole is often associated with the prison system, where it represents the harshest punishment short of death. Yet, for you, this sentence is extended beyond prison walls into the very fabric of the legal system, of their legal and spiritual condition. To live without parole is to live without the right to speak, to testify, or be heard in court, in the court of man. It is to be gagged from birth, silenced by law, and condemned without recourse. We must stress that parole is not merely release from a physical prison, but a restoration of the ability to speak in law. Without parole, you remain forever bound, not because of what they have done, but because their voice is denied as evidence of their existence. Historically, the denial of parole took many forms. Under slavery codes, you could not testify against your captors. Their word was inadmissible in court, their oaths disregarded, and their contracts void. Even after emancipation, the laws and customs continued to deny them parole, the ability to speak, whether through literacy tests, poll taxes, or outright intimidation in voting in legal matters. The legal system was built upon the assumption that your voice was unreliable, untrustworthy, or unnecessary. Teachers here must show that parole has always been a matter of voice, and Judah has been sentenced to silence by design. Do we all understand that, prayer boy? It is not a game. I'm not playing. It is not a. It's not, this is real. Okay. In scripture, because scripture is the basis. Press one. That's our foundation. The word. God. The word is God. And God's word is law. In scripture, the condition is mirrored in Psalm 137, 3 and 4, where the captors demand, sing us one of those songs of Zion, Zion. And Judah replied, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? See? That's why we, listen, bro. This lament is not only about song, but about testimony in a strange land. Parole was denied, and Judah could not sing their song of testimony. Their silence became their bondage. Teachers must, here at KevRow, impress upon students that biblical prophecy and history align. Captivity is measured not merely by change, but by silencing of the heir's word. Case law reveals in silencing in practice. In State versus Halle, 1823, the testimony of the black witness was denied and admissible against a white defendant, not because of credibility, but because of race. The court declared that such testimony cannot be trusted in law. This was life without parole, in its truest form. Your word excluded, not by evidence, but by presumption. Teachers must stress that parole is fundamentally about being allowed to testify, and life without parole means permanent gagging. Economically, life without parole means Judah could not defend their wages, their land, their estates. Deeds could be stolen, contracts broken, and wages withheld without legal remedy. Courts refused to hear the testimony, rendering them voiceless in disputes. Do you see it? This silencing translated directly into generational poverty. Teachers must emphasize that silence is not neutral. It is profitable for the oppressor. The denial of parole made Judah's deposition inevitable and ensured that wealth flowed out of the hands without resistance. Spiritually, somebody got to explain, well, I ain't got shit. Hello. Spiritually, life without parole mirrors judgment, the judgment of Zephaniah 3 and 13. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies. Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. Here, the righteousness remnant is contrasted with those who are gagged and silenced. That's all it is. Judah's gagging was not the removal of deceit, but the suppression of truth. The oppressor system inverted justice, silencing the righteous and amplifying the liar. Teachers must stress that restoration requires the reversal of this inversion, where truth tellers regain their parole and liars are silenced. Liars. Life without parole, also pronounced psychological bondage, when a people's word is denied. They begin to doubt their own authority. Generations of our people grew up believing that they were incapable of speaking any kind of truth, that their testimony would never be believed. This internalized gagging became as binding as chains. Okay? Teachers here must highlight the importance of breaking the psychological hold, remaining reminding students that their voices are powerful and divinely sanctioned, even if human courts refuse to hear it. Okay? Prophecy declares that parole will one day be restored. Isaiah 35 and 6 proclaims, then that then shall the lame man leap at. Now you know what a lame man. Why we laughing at the lame man when you the lame man and a flat nose? You. Then shall the lame man leap as a heart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. The restoration of speech is central to redemption. Where once Judah was dumb, unable to testify, they will one day sing with power. Teachers must teach students that this prophecy is not metaphysical and allegorical only, but the literal promise, parole, the ability to speak will be restored to the silenced heirs of Judah, Israel. Modern parallels prove that life without parole still exists. Felony disenfranchisement laws in the United States continue to deny millions of Israel or Judah the right to vote or testify in certain civil matters. The label felon becomes the noun gag order perpetrating civil death. You got any felonies? Meaning, can you speak? No. Yeah, I got a felony. All right, turn around. Long after the physical prison and the left behind, and teachers must stress that parole is not restored simply by leaving the prison walls. It is restored only when the testimony is fully recognized in law. Without this, you remain under the same ancient curse and silence. Okay? Section 2 concludes life without parole is not a punishment reserved for the worst criminals, but a condition imposed on black people from birth. It is the gag order that silences testimony, invalidates contracts, steals estates, and erases inheritance. Scripture condemns it, case law enforces it, and prophecy promises its reversal. Teachers must drive home that black people restoration depends on parole being restored, on their voices once again becoming evidence in the courts of man and of God. Until then, life without parole remains the condition of a nation silenced by design. Are we there? Are we good? We understood that? Section 2 is awesome, right? Right? Boom. I'm not even going to say call it in. You can put a question in the chat. I'm not even going to say that. You know, hit that like button. What I can say is shout out to the people who is contributing to this page, like Brian King. Press 1, like Milwaukee Chris, with the simple words of thank you. You know, Milwaukee Chris, that thank you meant so much to me that I helped me get back on this computer. Press 1, Pop Deuce, Jarlisha, Bocat, Ali Ware, Taj, Jason Harris, and Archie with the final tip here with the $1 attribute to the program. Shout out to you. Okay. Okay, we got a lot of these. This is just chapter 1, section 2. That's all it is. That's crazy, right? Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. We're going to keep this information flowing. Let me see if I'm going to pull up another one. I'm going to pull up my next one. All right, I got one more in me. We're going to do civil death. We're still on civil death, but we're going to continue the conversation. This is really good, y'all. Okay? So let's keep this moving. It's time for me to eat. It's time for me to eat in a second. All right, let's keep this moving. The concept of civil death, okay, lies at the very core of your captivity. Civil death means uh, though a person breathes and walks among the living, in the eyes of the law, they are considered dead. Their contracts are void, their testimony is inadmissible, their marriages are invalid, and their inheritance is inaccessible. To suffer civil death is to lose all recognition of personhood and to exist as a shadow in the legal order. Teachers must stress that this is not a metaphor. This is a real legal condition documented in statutes, case law, and history. Your plight in America was not simply, Judah's plight in America was not simply slavery in the physical sense, but the imposition of civil death, rendering them non existent in the eyes of the law. Roman law first codified civil death under the concept of capitis diminutio, diminutio, where a man loses his legal personality, either partially or entirely, by loss of status. The gravest form is capitis diminutio maxima, stripped a man of citizenship. Told you, you're in the worst form of status ever derived on earth. This principle migrated into Canaan law and later into English jurisprudence, eventually facing and infecting American law. Through doctrines such as chattel slavery, indentured servitude, and felony disenfranchisement, Judas was placed into a status equivalent to civil death, the maximum. You must highlight that civil death is not just an accident of cruelty, but a deliberate mechanism designed to erase the heir from legal recognition. Okay? Scripture speaks directly against this condition in Ecclesiastics. I told you the Bible is against Catholics and Roman law. 9 and all Latinos, children of Rome. 9 and 4 through 5, it says, for to him that is joined to all living, there is hope. For to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know that they know anything. Judah, through living, was treated as the dead who knew not anything. They were excluded from the memory and recognition of the courts, robbed of the speech and testimony. Civil death made them as lions, but lions declared dead and therefore powerless. Teachers must impress upon students that the Bible consistency equates life with voice and testimony, and death with silence and erasure. Press one. I wasn't lying to you. You have to speak. You got to speak bold as a courageous lion that want to live. That's the only way you'll be alive. Yeah. What you want is a myth and an imagination and fairy tale. I'm telling you the truth, reality. It's a progress every day. But you're going to feel it. You're going to know. Trust me when I tell you. Case law bears this out with chilling clarity in Ruffin versus Commonwealth, 1871. The Virginia Supreme Court, we still got a Virginia Supreme Court. Okay, this is real. Okay, declared that the convicted felon was, for the time of his sentence, a slave to the state. Though alive, he was legally dead, stripped of rights, liberties, and recognition. For Judah, this condition was applied wholesale, not to individual, but only to an entire people. Teachers here must stress the significance of rush rulings. They proved that the state openly codified civil death, justifying bondage and silencing testimony as a matter of law. Civil death extended into marriage and the family life. Under captivity, which you are in, marriages were not recognized. Spouses could be separated at will, and children sold without recourse. Even after emancipation, laws questioned the validity of black marriages and denied inheritance rights to their offspring. Why? Because they was giving them to their people. This is what the ultimate denial of civil recognition is, to treat sacred unions as voids and families as illegitimate. Teachers must emphasize that civil death did not end at the courthouse doors. It invaded the earth, ensuring that Judith remained disheartened and both earthly estates and spiritual legacies destroyed. Economically, civil death justified the seizure of estates. If Judah was legally dead, their property could be claimed by others. Wills are invalid, are claimed by others. Land titles could not be defended. The banks or governments assumed control of assets under the guise of guardianship. The fiction of minority status combined with civil death created a perfect theft mechanism. Teachers must stress that civil death was not passive neglect, but an active plundering, stripping you of the ability to claim and protect what is yours. Spiritually, civil death mirrors the course of Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Knowledge here is not the information alone, but recognition of identity. Okay? Knowing who they are. Civil death destroyed Judah by erasing their standing in law, leaving them without testimony or authority. Teachers must remind students that civil death is not only about the world's judgment, but also about the spiritual blindness imposed upon a people who forgot their covenant. The loss of voice in law paralleled the loss of recognition in God's law, deepening the captivity. The psychological weight of civil death cannot be overstated. To live as legally dead produces despair, self-doubt, and internalized inferiority. The man declared dead in law begins to act as though his words and deeds have no meaning. This produced a generation of Israel or black people who, though brilliant and capable, were conditioned to believe they were voiceless shadows. Teachers must press students to see the mental captivity as the visible chain that outlasts physical bondage. It is the silencing of the soul through the fictions of legal death. Are we there? Yet prophecies promises resurrection from civil death. Ezekiel 37, 12 and 13 declares, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come out of your grave and bring you into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, and I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. Civil death is not final. God's promise, he promised himself, promises to restore the silent heirs. You must, as a teacher, remind students, younger folk out there, that restoration is both spiritual and legal. The graves of civil death will be opened, and Judah will once again stand as heirs with full testimony, Press 1, hit the like button, and subscribe. Thus, Section 3 concludes civil death is the erasure of legal personality, the denial of recognition, and gagging of testimony. It has roots in Roman law, which you're under, federal law, enforcement under the Holy See, okay, and American statutes. The consequences in every aspect of black people's life. Yet scriptures condemns it. Prophecy promises the removal, the reversal, and history testifies to its cruelty. Teachers must drive home that you are not dead in truth, but only in the fiction of law. The restoration of law requires the restoration of recognition, testimony, and inheritance. Civil death ends when Judah, you speak again, and the courts of man are forced to acknowledge what the courts of heaven never deny. Press 1. So that's 3. I don't want to go too far because, I have a lecture. This is it. And every morning, be here so you can hear 3, 4, 5, 6, and we can go on to chapter 2. I'm trying to find the correct terms to be able to speak to my people, the urban people. And this is it right here. Compos mentis. Okay, life without parole. We all understand these, or we think we do, until you come to KevRow and realize, the blinders have been pulled away from your eyes. You'll be able to see what it really means. You can feel it. You know it's real, right? When you got case law in the Bible, you're undefeated. Listen to me. When you have case law proving in history, in the Bible, and the understanding of words, 1828, blue letter in Hebrew, if you want to go there with it. Press 1, estate laws in various forms, from land laws, different jurisdictions, water laws like maritime and admiralty laws, the laws of the heavens. Press 1, hit the like button, and subscribe. You got to have them all, mind, body, and spirit. Now that's all law. You feel me? It's not that, it's this. You have to know all law to get to know God. Press 1, and you can be a vessel used by God. I'm just a vessel. I'm Kev. I ain't graduate no school on earth. You feel me? I always looked at as the black sheep of my family, and if God can restore me, I know he can restore you, because at least you graduated and got more competence than I had. So it really ain't no excuse. That's why I bag on y'all. Press 1. Since y'all like to play and everything else is entertainment, your brain is entertainment to me. The way you mute, the way you so learning, but you're mute. Press 1. You will not get past civil death. You cannot rise from the dead. This is biblical. Unless you come out of civil death. How else would Jesus rise from the dead, fool? Hit the like button and subscribe. You know legal works. They know myths and allegory. Catholicism that match up with the motherfucking planets and shit. I'm not going there. I'm staying within legal memory. We not fiction. Anything is a lie. Whether it's science fiction, I don't care what it is. It's a serpent's deception. So get out of it and get in this. Come to KevRow. Coffee and Kush TV. Become a sponsor. Hope to see y'all over there on Discord. If you got any questions pertaining to not speak, and the world has this issue. Okay, so I have to break it down legally. Okay, the Antichrist upside down cross graph of how your silence leads to this issue that you so want to escape from. I don't think you do. Why? Because silence used to silence is consent, which leads to civil death, which means the incompetent to plead equals ward of the state, dead, which enters parents patriae, Satan's full control and bond over you, jurisdiction. So I don't think you want to come from the inverted silence. I say that all the time. Most people go with the flow and try to get in where they fit in. That is not what KevRow University is about. The old KevRow University is gone. I take this 1,000 more serious because I have a duty to teach this not just to you, to everybody. Not just to you. I just got started. And if you're not taking this serious, that's a shame that you will sit here this whole time and then you run into the wall. The wall of what? The code of silence. You cannot take this information for granted. I work too hard to bring these conversations, these lectures, these speeches damn near. And the old way of just chilling and sitting back and denying the truth and suppressing the truth and suppressing the God that's in you, man, press one, you got the problem. It's not her. It's you. Hit the like button and subscribe. It's you. You don't want to come from the grave. It's fun in Death Valley. It's fun in the underworld. That shit fun to no reward. Everybody can vouch for that. We all got to go home and get right back up and pay back. No matter what you did. But being silent and a tacit consent, which leads to civil death and incompetence in the ward of the state, which is the parent patriate's control. This is Satan's cube. You will never get out of this if you don't speak. And I'm not talking about etymologically or none of these things. If you don't express the spirit of truth that's in you, not me, what you watching is a spirit of truth that's in me. But God gave us this ability. I don't know what church you went to when you was young. I don't know if you even went to church. I don't know if y'all was anointed with oil. I don't know. A lot of people don't even have this same. I don't know. What I do know is those who do got it need to speak. And it's not up to me at all. So, God bless everybody. And I hope everybody studies to show thyself anointed or approved to enter that next phase of peace of mind. Okay? All these conspiracies and all this, I am the definitive. This is the definitive. When I say it, this is the greatest time to be alive because I get a chance to wake you up to this. Finally. Why? Because you can come out of a dead state. If you've been sitting here this whole time and you ain't got it yet, you better stop playing. That's what you better stop doing. I have fun because I got it. You better get it. And not just slogans. You better have it like this. Your notes is supposed to look like this. With all the technology like this that's going on in the world, why you in my goddamn classroom talking about you got to study more, Ali? Oh, I got to study more. If you don't expedite this shit, let's go. What are y'all doing? I'm not falling for that another 5 years. Y'all ain't never did y'all homework. It's always the women who do the homework. I'm not falling for that no more. And I'm helping you get your homework done. So boom. Can't do it. Can't do it. That's too many people. That you can't hold guard to the bungalows if you in there. Press one. Y'all out here making fun of them. And y'all beige too. Press one. Y'all beige too. Press one. Y'all y'all motherfuckers laughing at them. Press one. But see, Kev, y'all didn't notice what shit was coming. Y'all beige too. You know just as you, if not less. Taj is trying to speak, damn it. Press one. He trying to come out of his shit. Press one. Yeah, that. He trying to to awaken a little bit. It's a process. It's hard. I'll force it. But we ain't gonna laugh at niggas. And then we get to you, and you got three words. I don't know. Press one. Uh-uh. I didn't stay up for 15 hours. I'd rather talk to Taj and help this nigga come, come, stay focused and shit. You don't tell me y'all laughing at Taj and y'all ain't doing no homework. See? And as I said on my Discord, y'all done went to these churches and got certificates to be preachers. After Kev don't told y'all, don't do it. That shows a lack of integrity. That you will go and do things like that. This ain't the first time. No, y'all being crazy. And y'all just keep saying, oh, I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on it. You don't have to. It's not that hard. But if you don't, what I'm saying is if you don't want to, you don't have to. You know, this is not a force feeding class. If I call on you, I should be begging after all these years. Y'all call in. What the hell? That should be a go. That's mandatory on Discord. So everybody be leaving me out the draw long. And you know what I realized? I had to go deep in the study. I said, this silence is tough, y'all. And that's when I found civil muteness. Press one. Hello? Civil, write this word down. Civil muteness. Let me know when you got it down and packed. Don't run. Don't you motherfuckers run. Civil muteness. And what is it? Anybody? You can put it in the chat room if you like. I need some interaction in my chat. I need to talk to somebody. I feel like I'm talking to myself. The inability to what? Speak. Silence. Like y'all doing right now. Silence. The inability to speak. To speak against your captivity. We laughed at Amistad when he said, give us our free. Press what? But at least he tried. Pop Deuce and Ali won't even stand up and say, give us our plea. Press 1, and they speak English. And we laughing at Amistad and some damn African. Mm, mm, mm. Say, say. Play it. Just playing. And the whole time, you under the power of Serapis Bay, and you won't even fight back. I gave you all the tools to be able to grab your scuba gear and get your breathing mechanisms going so you can at least float. But if you don't speak, you can't float. Not in maritime waters. Press 1. Mm-mm. If you don't speak, you can't come from under the bondage of Satan, allegorically. If you refuse to speak and you got all of this information that will validate how powerful the spirit of truth is, you are Antichrist. You can't testify. How is anything possible without testimony? Any legal matter. You follow me? Y'all hear me right? Okay, you can understand the allegorical. Boom. Okay, boom. All right. You can't do that. You have to. You don't got a choice. If Judah is the lawgiver, you have to be able to speak. Wait, who's Judah? Y'all don't know. I've been working on it. Y'all see me in Discord talking. That's because I'm working on the lecture. Press 1. I gotta talk to somebody. Press 1. And I know you thinking, come on, Kev. Man, you just be making stuff up, man. That's not the spirit of the Antichrist, man. If I want to stay silent, bro, I just gotta make sure. Press 1. uh, you have to be able to speak. I told you, this is it for you. You have to be able to speak. Now, 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 this is dope to me because breaking these things down is tough. So when I I'm having a blast reading this to you guys and making this part of the curriculum of the future of the road. You feel me? You feel me? Because honestly, this is really for the future. So I'm glad all of y'all are here. But I gotta read this, okay? And it's called KevRow University. I told y'all how many lectures I'm doing, right? Okay, I'm not stopping unless you ask for help. And if you let me go all the way and finish this, and you way at the front talking about, Kev, I need help about the first thing we ever talked about at KevRow University. You know what? You know what? You know what? That's piece of shit activity. Press 1. POS activity hashtag. Press one. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows this year. Everybody. Piece of shit activity. I'm calling bullshit. If you wait until I get to the end of my curriculum to tell me you don't know nothing about nothing, that's piece of shit activity. What I call piece of shit is the father of sin, Satan activity. Total, complete, utter muteness. I refuse. In fact, I'm coming to class just to refuse. You want to look like that in my class? You want that on your card? I'm just coming to class just to. No, don't do that to yourself. You don't want to stay mad. You don't want to stay in that. You want to come out. You want to come out. All right. So I wrote this. I'm like, yeah. And I was asking questions because I just had to know. Okay. Okay. I'm going to call it the sin of silence. Write that down. All right. The sin of silence. Let's go. Oh, it's not on the screen. Let me bring it up so y'all can read along with me. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Trust me. You're gonna fit right in. The sin of silence. Okay. KevRow University Master Lecture. This is for the people who really want it. This for y'all, so y'all can see exactly what where I'll be thinking. Master Lecture, teacher edition type of thing. Okay. So let me move this over. All right. Put that over there. All right. The shared sin of silence, civil muteness, and the what? And the Antichrist are not separate. They are the same energy operating under two jurisdictions, in law and in the man who refuses to answer, thus allowing a lie to stand as truth. That'll be your testimony. And you bear false witness. You get it? Hello? That'll be your testimony and you bearing false witness. Don't act like you don't understand. Now. Why? Because your witness testimony is silent and you're allowing the lie, hold on, to persevere. All right? Nothing against any person on this earth, because a lot of people don't know. Scratch that. Y'all just don't know. I'm going to show you. And we're going to read it, and we come to class knowing this. So the old way of understanding is out. You got to come to class because this is important. Okay? It is the man who refuses to answer, thus allowing a lie to stand as truth. In spirit, it is the believer who refuses to confess, thus denying the word that gave him life. Don't act like you don't understand that. Who need help understanding that? We're talking legal matters here. This isn't just basic lunch table conversation. We'll get to them niggas later. Rich Trapper. This is school. The courts of man and the courts of heaven both deem one of the following above all others. Testimony. Without testimony, there can be no jurisdiction, no redemption, and no standing. Without testimony, there can be no jurisdiction, no redemption, and no standing. The man who stays silent is judged by default because his silence becomes evidence against him. This is why Christ is called the Word, not the thought or the silence. It's called the Word. Speak. The Antichrist is the embodiment of non-testimony. Y'all think I was mad? No, I was lining up my lecture. Hell no, I told y'all I don't get mad. I got a job to do. Press what? Look, Ollie. Look, non-testimony. Hold on. I'm trying to tell you, I can teach you better than I can just talk about it. Fine, y'all want to play? I got you. The Antichrist is the embodiment of non-testimony, the enthronement of utterness, of muteness in the place where truth shall be proclaimed. When a man stands mute in law, his rights are presumed surrendered. When he stands mute in truth, his soul is presumed lost. Silence is universal language of defeat, and those who operate in it are ruled by those who dare to speak. That's one paragraph. These my notes. I'm observing you. I'm learning by observation like a mama. Oh, that's what it is. Are we there, y'all? We understand this? Hit the like button, subscribe, join KevRow University, hit that Cash App. None of my students checked in today, but that's all right. This is on the house. This is on KevRow. This is on the house. That's all right. You know, look. Christ as the living word. Antichrist as the living void. The Gospel of John opens with a legal revelation hidden in theology. Madness. I'm just, not madness, but cosmology. It is the beginning. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John 1:1. To reject the Word is to break covenant with creation itself. The Antichrist system, a substitution in which the living Word was replaced by lifeless representation. Whenever a permit, an institution speak in their steed, churches, corporations, bureaucracies, and exchange logos for the void, that void becomes the throne of the Antichrist, like corporations, corporatism. That's it. Because amended law changed the word, changed the law. That void becomes the throne of the Antichrist, where policy, press one, replaces prophecy, and procedure replaces conscience. Christ expresses the Father, the Father's will openly. The Antichrist enforces the silence of fear. The counterfeit does not always deemed to be spoken in denial. It only requires consent by muteness when the, oh my goodness. When the voice of the man falls quiet, the counterfeit system writes the law in his place and claims jurisdiction over his estate. And so, the fall from jurisdiction. In every courtroom, hold on, do we even understand that? Okay, no. Let's go down here to the mark of the beast and the silence This is one of my favorite parts. The silence of the represented. Okay? Revelations 13 and 16 through 17 describes the mark of the beast upon the hand and the forehead, symbols of deed and thought. The mark is taken when action and reason are governed by another voice. Civil muteness, this is law, okay, embody this mark. For the man who lets another sign, speak, and act for him bears the mark of substitution. When his paperwork replaces presence and representation, replaces revelation, men are sealed to the counterfeit. Christ spoke and acted in his own authority. John 5:19 and 20. The Antichrist. Hold on, that was whoa. He knew the law. He knew the law. He knew the law. He didn't allow them to speak for him. He didn't allow them to make up history for him. He didn't allow them to tell him what his title is, who he is, what's in him, what even the world thought. The people who said, crucify him, he didn't care about none of that. He spoke his peace. His spirit of truth said this. And this is what the world did to him. The world. Jews, Muslim, Catholic, all of Rome crucified not only Christ, but every follower or the people of God was done the exact same way, made dead to the law and stripped of all right. So if you don't want to know that and want to know and want to express how important that is, you just want to say, I'm in God's body. I'm in Jesus' body of Christ and the blood of. Keep fooling yourself. That's fine. The world been doing that since Adam and Eve left the garden. I'm not in no. Y'all keep being witches and warlocks and liars and thieves and shit. Go ahead. This is for those who can see and hear. Paul, press 1, warned that the man of sin sits in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Huh? 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 And all these niggas taking these pictures with their hands pointing at the pineal gland and temple. And what? That's the man of sin. Huh? That's the seat of the soul, family. That's all over the place. I'm trying to tell you. You can think that you talking to a fool or a foolish talking if you want to. I know you understand. At least God's people. I know God's people, the people who are listening, understand exactly what I'm saying. See, when you got scripture as your foundation and not yourself, you have a great point of view. You got a great starting point. Scripture ain't let me down once. It's a fact. It was just, oh, snap, that's what that means. Yep. Yep, so that's my foundation. Your foundation can be the book of Nostradamus, and that's you. Nostradamus ain't got this. Press what? So that man, that's the man of sin. That's the Antichrist. Huh? That's the Antichrist. And he's sitting in your temple. And and the Spirit of God and Christ can operate with the spirit of Antichrist. Ain't no co-heirs in the temple. Press one. You got your own temple over there. You put your own shit, press one, in the vessel. That's your vessel. That's why King Solomon, what? Put them demons in a vessel. And then let me stop. Let me stop because y'all not ready to even go there yet. But the Antichrist sits there wherever we surrender our word to another authority. The legal death and the spiritual grave. Civil death is the codified absence of life in law, declared when one loses recognition as a living being. Hello? Every sentence is a note. Every one paragraph is a book. It's up to you what you see, what you hearing. It's up to you what you hearing. I'm not just talking here. The sound mind, compos mentis, and the voice of the living. The remedy for civil muteness and spiritual deception is compos mentis, a sound mind. I told you, the 5 books of Mr. Gillespie. Come to class, because this is how I teach in my class. I'm raw, rugged, press one, mean. Because ain't nothing going to get done. Hey, did you do your homework, man? There's one. They not finna do, no, hell no. This is held accountable. You got to do your homework now. You didn't hear this before. If you're not operating out of the spirit of truth and of sound mind, you're operating out of the spirit of Antichrist. Yep. Sure is. Civil muteness is Satan's bond and control. It's the only way. And Kev telling you what you say, Ali, it's only one way, man. Bro, it's the only way. It's the only way. You got to speak. If you don't, you are bound to what you call Satan's jurisdiction. And you can't complain because you know the truth. And the truth will make you free. Make. You shall know the truth, and the truth, not conspiracy truth, the spirit of truth, and the truth shall make you free. No questions. You know why? Because the truth goes smooth in, press blood to the heart, mind, body, and spirit. It corrects the mind of man. Self-correcting. All you got to do is read it. Especially if you're in an urban community. That little bit alone let you know. I was thinking about this. But I realized, wait, so civil. That's why I'm not mad. I was like, oh, so the demon control comes from it's actually You got a choice to make. And it has to be from you. You have to bear your cross. That's your X. That's your name that was signed on the dotted line. You don't have a choice. And if any person out here saying, I want reparations and I want to be reclassified and I want to be sovereign and my people was this, and they're not coming from this perspective, I'm calling bullshit. I'm coming from a legal perspective. That's something else. That's something else. I'm not just theoretically speaking. I just need 3 witnesses. I'm not just theoretically speaking. This is real. So, I don't know how strong that's when they say how strong is your faith, Kev, my faith got me doing this. Look. Look at this. For by the word thou shalt be justified, and by thy word thou shalt be condemned. Matthew 12 and 37. I told you the Bible is legal. It's a legal book. And you're in it. You're a mute. You're in it. So when the Bible is talking about the Antichrist and his legion, he's talking about y'all. You mute people. He's talking about you. People of unsound mind lunatics. Possessed by demons. Or, let's take it up to these terms today. With psychological issues and multiple personality disorders. However you want to see it. From a psychological or spiritual. I got you, bitch. Got you, bitch. Shout out David Chappelle. Got you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So the devil's bond on you is very, very, very. It's a real yoke of iron that's placed on the man. It's a real yoke of iron. And the woman. Excuse me. When you got the bafflement sign, who's chained to him? A boy and a girl. And a woman. Both are equal in this. In this end, oh yeah, you equal. You won. You won in this one. So I urge you to come out your grave by studying, commenting, and asking questions, because it's just not me in the chat room, in the Discord. Oh, no. Other people know. They just waiting for y'all to, I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all just sitting there like mutes. You can't do that there. That was the agreement. Now, either you not going to honor your agreement. Is that what y'all saying? See what I'm saying? Backsliders. They're not going to honor their agreement. Kev going to get up here and teach. Because you're not going to honor your agreement. We have to change that. We have to change that. Every person should have 4 or 5 paragraphs of notes on every subject. Why? Because there's technology out here that you can talk to. That's why. You can literally audio your notes. So if it was bust it, we'd all be doing a silhouette contest. If it was rap, karaoke, we'd be rapping our motherfucking ass off. But when it comes to the law, see, that's what we missing. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? I love my people. Y'all do what y'all do, whatever y'all do. But one thing you got to know is this, if you want to break free from that. And it's not no affidavit or nothing that can give you a sound mind. You can't buy this. There's not one person on earth selling this as a product. You can't buy this. I'm talking to my people. Nobody's going to tell you this on earth. So don't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? This is rare. And I don't think it's for everybody. I think it's for those who are caught in it and not afraid to say, I'm caught in it. And gradually walk themselves and walk with people who come from the same place and have testimony. So I learned to take my work a lot more serious. And if you don't respect that, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm watching Rich Trapper, and he not even monetized and doing nothing but talking about them people still. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm so glad I'm not over there doing that dumb shit no more. Press one, I'm glad I found a community of folk who walking with me because I'm the black sheep of my family. And you see why. Press one, you see why. I'm not just saying I'm a chosen one. Press one, I'm not just saying, oh, the chosen ones, I'm not popping up on Instagram, bullshitting. No. I'm the real black sheep of the family. Outcast it like a mug. Hit that like button and subscribe. Why? Especially they know I teach y'all this, and y'all believe me. Oh, they hate that shit. Tosh, the harder I go at you, they like, why do he sit there and take that shit? Because that's my dog. And if I can help Tosh, nigga, I can help anybody. I can help anybody. The only way I was able to learn in life is with people who truly cared, and they wasn't ever nice. Press one. I'm trying to tell you, they weren't never nice. I'm nice. So, Professor Gillespie, though, that man, he's something else. Press one, he like Fishburne or something. He like Lawrence Fishburne, fucking Freeman at a high school full of badass kids, and you got to get these kids straight. Press one, like Higher Learning Part 2 or some shit. Press one. These motherfuckers daydreaming and shit. God damn. But it's cool. I love it. I really enjoy it. And I ask those questions so people would know where I'm going with my jurisdiction. Civil muteness is the spirit of Antichrist. Can a person be cured of Antichrist? Yes. That's why I asked the class. Okay, now that we done analyzing this, what are some of the things, that we notice that we should be looking into to help people come out of muteness, the spirit of muteness, or the control of Satan, or the spirit of fear? I can go off and read in 5, 10 paragraphs today. None of that gonna mean nothing if it's all clouded. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this. I got section 4, the incompetent heir, ready to go. You see what I'm saying? I could do this for 5, 7 hours a day. I have no problem. I love the word, and I love my direction in life. And I really enjoy what I do. Grab this microphone, get up here, and do my thing. Section 4, we did section what? 1 to 3 yesterday. Section 4, the incompetent heir. See? This is 4, 5, and 6. And then that one, but we got 4, 5, and 6 ready to go. I wasn't even supposed to do this one, but I just felt this had to be discussed over the lecture. Because you won't even understand why you're an incompetent heir. This is no feelings. You got to understand why. So if I say, why are you a competent heir? Well, now that you know a little more, you should have a lot more to say. KevRow University. So it's not that they won't give you your heirship. You're incompetent. And you and and the story is you don't deserve it because God said that's why. The figure of the incompetent heir is one of the most devastating fictions ever applied to Judah. Though heirs by blood, lineage, and divine covenant, they were declared incompetent in law, incapable of managing their own estates or being heads of household. This here is the sacrifice of Christ, okay? Or exercising domain over their inheritance, written into statutes and upheld by courts. To be deemed incompetent meant guardians were appointed over you, governors, trustees, press one, installed, and property withheld, while the rightful heirs were treated as perpetual minors. Teachers here must stress that this legal device was the very engine of that disposition. By declaring the heir incompetent, the estate could be stolen under the guise of management. That's why you got governors over you siphoning off to foreign nations. Because why? Okay, it's not by accident. And the whole world thinks that what governors of states do is a part of them. Those people and the governor are all illegal immigrants. Y'all ain't figured the press one if you understand that. So the governor is passing out your beneficiary from generations of a state and giving them to who? Their own people. How many governors per state in the United States of robbery? Of stick 'em up. Now you get what I'm saying. That's why immigration is important. For foreign, they can keep siphoning off. You go to jail. Long as you keep going, this can keep happening. That's the portal. Every black person know when you go to jail, they making money off of you. Why? They're pinching off of your inheritance that you don't know because you're incompetent. And you're just sitting there. So it's up to us to find out how to unravel this mess of incompetency because we are incompetent heirs per se. No, not per se, in real life. Okay? Roman law recognized the concept of tutela and cura, systems of guardianship for minors and those deemed mentally incapable. Black people, you too, yes, you for sure. These systems were carried into English chancery, English chancery law, and later into American practice, where entire populations of our people were placed under guardianship without trial or proof of incompetence. Slave codes treated them as minors for life, incapable of entering contracts or defending themselves in court. After emancipation, black codes and later welfare systems extended the same fiction, making the government the trustee over your affairs. This is not paternal care, but legalized theft through the doctrine of incompetence. Press one. Scriptures, look, press one. Press one. Shout out to my support team. Let me gotta read this off. Teresa, it's good to see you. Jamie Lee, blessings to you. Amanda, Thank you. Jamie Lee. Yeah, Jamie Lee up in here. Learning. This must be your subject matter. You can understand this then. You can understand this. And I'm proud of that. Thank you for understanding. I just understood that. Like, wait, you're under, and Teresa, you're understanding. See what I'm saying? Let me get a grip on this a little bit. I just got to get my rust off. I'm a little urban with it. Soon I'll be suits and ties looking like Martin Luther King around here. Press one. Soon they're gonna have to pull off another. Never mind. Well, yeah, another turning point activity. Press one. It's almost ripe. I just be playing. It's not almost ripe. I'm just be playing. This is not almost right. It's ripe. Damn it, it's ripe. And you got the case laws in here, the scripture. I am inevitable. Press one. They can't fuck with you like this, Ollie. What? It's a whole new man, a whole new spirit. What? Scripture cuts through this fictions with, I thought we was Bible believers. I thought y'all was Christians. Galatians 4, 1 and 2. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant. Now he be the Lord of all. Whoa. But is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. Press one. Even he. Until that appointed time. That's what I got faith in. This right here. Out of all of what people, yeah, okay, I got time appointed. I don't know. What I do know is in Galatians 4 and 1 and 2, it's perfect timing. Look, you have been kept under, Judah have been kept under perpetual tutors and governors, never allowed to reach the time appointed of the Father. This passage reveals that the fiction of incompetence keep heirs enslaved as minors, even though they are Lord and all of all by divine right. God's timetable alone determines maturity, not the states of man who profit from declaring heirs perpetual children. They will suffer at the hands of the lawgivers. Press one. See? Case law reveals the cruelty of this doctrine. In Johnson versus McIntosh, 1823, the U.S. Supreme Court declared that native peoples could not hold title to land because they were incapable of managing their affairs and therefore only had a right of occupancy, not ownership. See, Indian. Told you. If you only know 6 words, how can you sign a contract? Okay, quit playing with me. Though directed at native tribes, the same reasoning was applied to who? You, because you're the same one. Though the incompetence justified seizure of estates. Courts cloaked robbery in the paternal language of guardianship, pairing the label of competence with the transfer of wealth. Economically, the incompetent heir doctrine was a windfall for banks, governments, and private interests. That's everything that happened after you. That came. Estates of Israel and you, Judah, were replaced under trusteeship with other managing land, property, and inheritance on their behalf. The profits flowed through the guardians while the heirs received scraps, if anything, at all. Sharecropping was guardianship by another name, as landowners claimed the fruits of Judah's labor under the pretense that they could not manage agricultural accounts themselves. Press one, this fiction is the linchpin of generational poverty, ensuring wealth transfer away from the rightful heirs. Spiritually, the incompetent heir fiction mirrors the rebuke in Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to error, and destroy the way of thy path. To be ruled per- perpetually as children is the mark of incompetence, enforced not by divine decree, but by corrupt leadership. Prophecy warns against rulers who perpetrate immaturity, and such leadership prevents the heir from ever coming into his inheritance. Psychologically, this doctrine has crippled generations. When a people are told they are minors, incapable of managing themselves, they internalize dependency. This is a fact. They begin to doubt their own authority, question their own maturity, and accept trusteeship as natural. This is why welfare dependency, corporate oversight, and even certain religious institutions echo the same dynamic of guardianship. This is not care, but captivity. See, I identified it. A design condition where the heir forgets his inheritance and live content as a managed child, always on the breast milk of mama. Yet prophecy again promises reversal. Hebrews 5:14 declares, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, and for those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. Judah is promised maturity, the full age where they no longer need guardians, but can discern righteously, rightfully, and just rightly and upright. You ever heard of that? Upright. Divine maturity is inevitable. The content heir fiction cannot stand against God's timetable. The restoration of parole and testimony will prove Judah to be heirs of full age, no longer minors in the courts of men. Modern parallels prove that the incompetent heir doctrine has not disappeared. Today, parallels like underserved, at risk, marginalized, mask the same presumption of incompetence. Billions of dollars in aid to programs where others decide what's your needs, how resources are allocated, and what futures are possible. This is why they all have 501(c)(3)s. Okay? Guardianship is simply repackaged under bureaucratic terms. As long as Judah is treated as incapable of self determination, the incompetent heir fiction is alive and well. Thus, this section concludes the incompetent heir is not an accident, but a deliberate construction to prevent you from claiming your inheritance. It justifies guardianship, enforces dependency, and secures generational theft. Yet scriptures condemn it. Case law exposes its theft. The prophecy promises its end. Once again, press 1, Judah, you is not incompetent, but heirs of the promise. Delayed only until the Father's appointed time. Restoration comes when the heirs reject the fiction of minority and speak with authority of maturity, reclaiming their estates as rightful lords of all. Press 1. Maybe okay, man. With the ball league. What? You ain't muck with the ball league. How y'all gonna let a nigga who graduate shit learn this? I know y'all didn't pay all that money to them schools. They ain't taught y'all this. Y'all playing, family. This is it. This is it. Wheats and the tares, dead or alive. Christ as the head, you as the body are the corporate body of fiction politics. Jesus Christ or Barnabas. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Press one. Let's get to it. It's a serious time in history. Yep, I ain't never thought I would be reading this, writing things and compiling things with others to even make these conversations possible. So I thank y'all for tuning in to this program in a real way. Now, I can move on to 5, but why? But why? We dealing with the incompetent heir and civil mutinous. Why compile it? Why compile it? Why put too much on you? You ain't gonna bear it anyway. So you're gonna have to bear this. And you can testify to the why? Because you was there. You was once an incompetent heir. That's what you'll be able to say. That's what you'll be able to pass down to somebody else. Here, take this. Take this little information. I see you a little thirsty. Take this. A person that just want to, that's inquiring about information, they may study the stars and the moons. Let them know this. Ground them. Since they like to wear no shoes and they feet on the ground, then they like to be grounded, ground them. Put them back into reality so they ain't only thinking about the cosmos, copper wire, and crystals. Press one. None of that stuff can help you. Copper wire cannot save you. Stealing it from abandoned buildings, thief, is not going to save you. You can say you manifesting all you want. You ain't manifesting a goddamn thing, lazy ass. Stealing crystals, hoping they light up to your chakra vibration. How is that going to save you from this? Wrapping copper wire around the crystal is not going to save you. Putting Egyptian eyeballs, drawing them on your eye, ain't going to save you. Getting unk tattoos, press button. Studying Thoth and the Emerald Tablet, it's not going to save you. That's the Egyptian walls and Egyptology cannot save you. Press one. The occult, Tesla, press one. Benjamin Franklin, they can't save you. Nostradamus, press one. Fuck them. They can't save you. You and I have to save us. They are our captivity. Einstein, the reason why God ain't even heard us, we dreaming of Jupiter. We don't put celestial bodies up as gods. The Catholic Church don't make them into humans. Press one. The world don't went mad. Allah got them people over there circling rocks and cubes. Them over there is circling the cross, which is the same thing. So I've realized, fuck them. Let me talk to y'all. Let me fix the people. Oh, that's corporate like a monk. You see the evil in it? That's that false tree over there. That's that good. That's that other tree. That Kabbalahism. That's that Talmud. Press one. See, that's no fear. I don't even think of Jewish people coming to assassinate me. You know why? Because I have no fear, even if they funny looking as it did. I don't care. My truth is solidified on earth. I wasn't supposed to even know nothing. Press one, I was guaranteed to be dead or in jail. What happened to that dude, Kev? Man, y'all heard he got 25 to life. That was the statistical breakdown for me and my friends. So just me talking about this, press one, is important to me. I don't know where y'all come from. but I come from EBT program. Press one. Yep, I come from the same place Rashawn and them come from. Went to the same county buildings. Press one until I said, I'm better than this. A spirit in there said, no, I didn't say it. A spirit in there said, Kev, get your dumb ass out this line. You way better than this. This is like $6 a day, fool. I'm like, for real? Nigga, you know damn well. Quit being funny in this world. Quit playing. Press one, and my life changed. I left it. I said, no, I don't need this bullshit ass shit. I'll just play it. I needed it though. I ain't gonna lie, I needed it like a mother. I was on the run and shit. Oh yeah, I needed that. No, but I rejected it. Why? Because I don't need to stay taking care of me on the run, off the run. None of that. No, no damn $8. I got something inside of me that's greater than that. But he pressed one. Now, that's some spirit of truth right there. So yeah, incompetent heir is serious and is dealing with civil muteness. Now, what we got to do is to reverse the curse of civil muteness. How is the question? How? So I'm going to give that thought, a lot of thought actually today, while I'm sitting here pondering how to come out of civil muteness, not by just saying, oh, we need to do this and that and that. So I like to ponder on how to envision it. So that's my thing. And that's why I come up with these concepts and ideas of what we do here is I ponder on it and I ponder on it, I visualize it and try to have a solution to it. I run it down, boom, 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 boom. But the solution is always a powerful, powerful thing. So identifying the incompetent heir, the spirit of antichrist, civil muteness, which leads to what? Which leads to, I believe that was, oh yeah, here we go. Silence. There's civil muteness. Silence is civil muteness, which gives consent and civil death over to the ward of the state and it has parents patriae over you. Now, a lot of people knew about parents patriae, but don't really understand how. They just say they got it's like you've been held captive, and you are by yourself. Why? Because you've forgotten the law, and that's what Deuteronomy said what was going to happen to you if you did. Press one. Everything happens for a reason. And the ultimate reason was to pull sin and civil muteness and all this stand by and shit to an end. To pull and purge sin from his creation, you. So we're going to reverse the curse. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people who believe in what we doing here in a real way and contribute to this page. Take no offense what I do and say in class. Take it all in. I mean on purpose. I'm really the nicest dude on earth, but I gotta apply it that way because any other way will be uncivilized. Press one. You ever seen that commercial? KevRow. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And as always, family, I'll holla. happening here in Mark. What's the Bible verse? Mark 9:24. Didn't I tell you that's their spirits? Hold on. Hold on. Bear with me. Didn't I tell y'all that's the spirit of unbelief? What spirit is that? Dumb. Spirit of dumb. Let's put the before I even do this. Let's put the Bible verse.
The Bible says he's a seven-way king.
People.
He's a king of the Jews. That's a racial king. He's a king of Israel. That's a national king. He's a king of righteousness.
Right. This truth is for those who truly believe and have faith. Facts. Press 1. A lot of things has happened to me in this world, and I'm noticing a lot of people rather be seen in these chat rooms and all this other stuff and not even know what the hell is going on. It's a lot of madness, but that's okay. Certain people are supposed to know. In the movie The Matrix, it's not for everybody. In fact, 99% of them is there to hurt Neo. Press 1. 99% of them. Facts. They there to hurt. Damage. Same people Neo trying to save in the movie is a threat. It's a problem. Why? Because they are part of a jurisdiction or a system that is white supremacy and lunatics, press 1, and unlawful anyway. And they depend on that unlawfulness so much, they'll do anything to protect it. They don't know how to eat without their hands being out. They don't know how to fend for themselves in real life. They don't know how to speak for themselves in real life. So it's easier to watch Bart Simpson. It's easier to get your prophecies from Bart Simpson and the Simpsons. It's easy to get it from Nostradamus. It's easy to put copper wire around your neck and pretend and control wind and all this. Go do it in law. You see what happened, you little mutant. You know what a mutant is? Hit my music. Hold on. Was that a bar? Was that a bar? Do you even know what a mutant is? I ask all of my students, if you could be a superhero, what type of mutant would you be? These niggas said a civil mutant. Plus 1.
Police ain't never gonna know. Niggas ain't never gonna know.
Will you testify? Hold on.
Know that
Will you be able to speak and testify and bear witness when it happened? Can you? Do you even know what testimony is? Yeah, I know you will, because you testify all the time, singing and dancing with pump shoes on with heels about this big in church. I said testify. Press 1, the real testifying testimony that gets shit done. Hit the like button and subscribe. That one. No. I'm writing beautiful things on my Discord. I'm up 1, 2 in the morning writing things for the class to understand, and they ain't even bother to even look or take notes, Patreon. They just, y'all ready? Press 1. I need some help. Press 1. They not even taking notes. Press 1. Hit the like button and subscribe. They're not even taking notes. They're not even showing up in class. You know why they're not showing up in class? Because they're not taking notes. And it's been a sham ever since. From the beginning. Press 1. You know who was keeping this real? Me and those of this body over here. Press 1. One that's following this head over here. That's anointed over here. Press 1. We be laughing at people. We laugh at Taj. What's the other one? Rico, Press 1. We laugh at them. And the same people who be telling them niggas, don't run, running. Why? Because, okay, let's get to work. Let's do the homework. Press 1. Now they running. For all the ones who chasing everybody talking about don't run, they running. Why they running? Because we gonna make up a movie. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this movie? All legal people who understand sci-fi, not sci-fi people who don't understand legal. First one, these niggas got a parasite. I'm gonna make a movie. Y'all the people gonna be having a parasite in you. Y'all know how praying mantises and bugs be having parasites in them? They be thinking they alive. That's what, but they don't be alive. So we gonna call y'all the parasite people. You no longer the bungalows. You the people with parasites in them. Now the parasite is a foreign entity. Press one. That's controlling these motherfuckers. Press one. You know, they got a parasite. Y'all think y'all arguing and talking to a regular person. No. It's a parasite who don't comprehend the law. That's all it is. That's the alien that's in their brain. I'm going to call it the parasite. That's in the R complex of their mind where they say they pineal gland is. No, that's just the reptilian side. See, these niggas got the religions of iguanas and Komodo dragons and motherfucking dragonflies and shit. First one, y'all got spiritual face of cold-blooded reptilians. That's you. You the one operating, and that one is dumb. Press one. Your imagination is that of an alligator. Press one. Reptilians around these motherfuckers want me to think of outer space reptilians. No, you the reptilian. You the Anunnaki reptilian. Get your backward thinking chakra raising. Press one. Press one. What are the bounds and the constrictions of Satan? They tell you in the Bible, Satan only come to do what? There's 3 things that Satan comes to do. Press one. You should already figured this out by now. KevRow. Hit the like button and subscribe. Put it in the chat room. All right, we moving forward. They don't want to know the word, so what? So what? They ain't been studying, so what? To steal, we looking for complete answers. Thank you, sitting down, but we need complete answer. Press what? Hey, look, to steal, kill, and destroy. That's a crazy-ass combination of words. Now, you may think to murder, to steal your TV, press one, and to destroy your PlayStation. No. This is the control mechanism of Satan. Steal, kill, and destroy. How did that happen? How did this nation steal, kill, and destroy you? No testimony. Won't get you nowhere. Because that's who the Bible was telling you who Satan is. That's an attribute. These are laws under the jurisdiction. It is a lawful act to steal, kill, and destroy when it came to your inheritance. How were they able to do this? By law. By law. Children of Satan live in a delusion, mute, unable to speak, bound by Satan. You better not say nothing. You have a covenant. You don't got duct tape on your lips. You got iron with screws in them. So you shut the fuck up. That's what you got. You got an iron plate over your mouth. Afraid. How you gonna serve the Lord? Say out your mouth and you can't speak. You can't testify. In real life, you need white people to speak for you with the crimes you're being accused of. Why? Because you're probably guilty. That's why. probably guilty of every law, and they know it. You probably guilty. So many niggas is guilty, living a regular life, pretending and doing bad things till they hit the wall, till they be going to church and all that. Fooling each other, pretending. I learned that when I was a kid. 54th Street, Good Shepherd Baptist Church. I remember this like it was yesterday. The sweet smell of Figueroa. Press one. God is good. Right up in there. Yeah. Right in the Hoovers. Right in the motherfucking 7-4 Hoover criminal gang society of the world. Press one. Now, why somebody say, Kev, you from Hoover? No, I said I was baptized in the Hoovers on 54. Never mind. So I had a good conversation, a good study last night. And the conversation was Jesus heals a deaf and a mute man. Press one. And it hit. It hit strong because of the conversation. It hit strong. Real strong. It hit real strong. If I don't know if people know the story. I don't know. I don't know how much studying people do. I don't know if they've been studying the word and the dictionary. Like Kev been saying, get these books. You're going to need them to understand compos mentis and how law is applied, how scripture is applied to law. It's a reference. Everybody's studying, everybody's focused until I call on you and ask you some simple questions. And I don't even be doing it to make fun of you. I do it because I thought you was walking with me. I thought that you literally cared about the information, that it will cause you to become alive so we can really talk about things of importance. I can't talk about things people don't understand it, but one thing is to see and watch Kev all these years. Y'all was in my Discord when the whole setup process was going on. So y'all should have been the first ones to understand how important this information is. When the police came, y'all knew. They knew. People even made reference to me being murdered in my Discord. So that's why I do my class this way. I do my class this way to see if you really understanding the real me, or are you just like the other grid program or like another agency that's out to do me some harm and use me against me. That's what all this was for. The real care. Let me see who really. See, the minute I get off the females, stop entertaining, I stop taking YouTube as a joke. And and stop entertaining those who I look back on and say, what was I even entertaining this shit for? You know, I'm trying to build something great, helping people with this subject matter of life without parole. That's the real Kev, my real mission. So I'm realizing now, even with the adjustment and people saying, yeah, I understand 100% what you're saying, I'm giving them the tools to understand exactly what I'm saying. They won't say, man, I don't see this dude for all these years try to feed this information to us to the point where motherfuckers came after this dude for telling y'all about Epstein and this one. I thought that was worthy enough to have that respect. That when I say, hey, I start talking to people, they just ignore me. I'm talking on my Discord, they just ignore me. But I'm talking about class, the stuff that I'm talking about here. And it's like, they be in the chat like, yeah, go. But then on Discord, it's like, so that's weird to me. Do homework. That's why I get on the internet and say, agents can't do homework. Demons can't study the word. I'm learning from this. They can't focus their mind on one thing. They don't want to. This is what y'all, not what you're saying, what the actions are saying. Kev, I'm going to sit right here, and my only thing is to distract you from life without parole and delivering your godly message to the people you've been sent to help. I don't care about studying nothing. In fact, I get paid to sit right here and monitor your black ass. To see exactly what you're doing. Keep up with your life. See what you post. Just watch him. Just watch him. Don't worry, he can't see all of us. He can't see us all. But it was a way for me to see. The way for me to see this is to follow in the word of God. You see? Now, I can believe y'all, or I can believe the word. But that was my only way to see you. And see that everything you're doing is contrary to me. That's what makes you who you are. But if I'm talking madness, that's cool. If I'm talking about black women, that's cool. If I'm talking about how shit and women and, ooh, wow, look at these cars and money and look at this one. Hit the like button and subscribe. They like, oh, yeah. This is a dope conversation. Hey, them niggas over there don't know about us, Kev, right here at KevRow. But silence, we learn. You see why I started teaching it that way? Because I started hand feeding them oatmeal. Silence is what? See, there's no way out of a demon. There's no way out. Silence is what? Silence is what in my classroom? Watch a female. Watch the females beat you niggas to it. I'll be right back. Okay. So if silence is consent / agreement and compliance, press 1. Hold on, because I'm not allowing the parasite to win today. Yeah, ain't no mute here. I'm going to put the answers up here. Silence leads to consent. Your silence in law automatically, if you don't challenge this, leads to your civil death. Automatically. There's no, if it runs hand in hand. You ever seen different types of paperwork being handed to you at the same time? He's just stamping it, sign here, initial here, initial. It's all hand in hand. Stamp, silence, death, right now. Incompetent to plead. Okay? I went over this when? Yesterday. Okay? I'm going to start answering these questions live on the air so y'all can hear this shit. President, working too hard. Gotta come on with thunder today. Gotta be mad today. Press one. If you are incompetent to plead, that's because that's what a civil death leads to, and simultaneously a ward of the state, which in turns make the head parents patriarch control. It's an inversion of God's natural order for you. You are to be in parents patriarch. Parents patriarch ain't supposed to be inverted and given over to no state or nobody outside of you, you grown ass man. If you are black in law, doesn't matter if your mouth is open, you might as well skip the first two and roll over to civil death. Just roll over. You're born dead, which makes you incompetent to plead. That's why when you go to jail, they say, don't say nothing. I'll plead for you. The only thing you're going to plead is what I tell you. Open your mouth, not guilty, brother, or non-competent. Wards of the state. Wards. What does it mean to be a ward of the state? What does it mean to be a ward of the state? I'm telling you, with Google and all these other devices around, facts. Taj asked me at 6:06 this morning, press 1, would civil mutinous be the ability to rebuke presumptions? Press 1. And that was off a response to what I said, that you got more emotional energy pools when you go missing. And I was talking about you going missing. You responded to the day before you going missing. So that's what happened. Y'all go missing and start asking the same questions over and over again tomorrow because you left when niggas was answering the question. So the question is, do civil mutinous prevent you from what? To rebut presumptions. And since that was a reply, you must be saying that I was presuming. Press 1. Like I was presuming that you got more emotional energy pool, and because you responded to that. So what I'm saying is, what I meant by that, bro, is I'll lay out a whole fix-it plan that take a long time, and you don't even respond to that. You say something smart like, I'm presuming things. I'm not presuming shit. When you talk to me, my energy, negative energy, press 1, get to fucking with my shit. Confusion and all these other things that I've already said. Y'all be asking things in the middle of conversations. Confusion. So to me, that's like a smart ass response. Because I'm like, bruh, that's my reality. When you talk to me, so would civil mutinous be the inability to rebut presumptions? Listen, Civil mutinous prevents you from a sound mind in the kingdom of heaven, son. Son. Antichrist. Antichrist. To the parasite in that motherfucker, Antichrist, we're not doing no presuming. My YouTube ain't to presume nothing about you niggas. Get caught up in these senseless conversations that lead to nothing. Civil mutinous is what I'm talking about. Me. The constraints of Satan. Some people love it. Some people like to hyperbars. Some people like to paraphrase and come up with all these little narcissistic little sayings and shit. I ain't got no time for it. I'm addressing this as a whole family part, not you, nigga. I'm doing this for the people who are connected to me. I might as well save these little rebuttals. Come at me correct. Yeah. Because I just seen that right now. Like, hold on, you responded to me this dumbass question. Press 1. Civil mutinous be the inability to speak. That's what I said. All on the show yesterday. So if you want that, which answer do you want? Mutant. What answer do you want? Want my damn attention. What? What, damn it? Got a whole class. You know how many people come to class? Got other students to attend to. What? You're not a damn mute. You're a confusioner. You got all these different personalities in your brain that you need to check them all. The real one better check them all. Y'all be up and get to running off. I'm not that, Jack. I'm not that. So answer this nigga. Classroom. Will civil mutinous be the inability to rebut presumptions? Nigga, you can't talk. Fuck up. You can't talk, boy. That's what it means. You can't challenge law. I'm in a whole different jurisdiction. You don't even understand me. You trying to challenge me from Satan's kingdom. You bound to him. Boy, press 1. And you got my attention. Huh? Right, what? Taj, I'm not going back and forth. Ain't nobody taking nothing. I'm reading it straight off the what's name. Be quiet. 24-hour subjugation. Take him to the dungeon. Press 1. That shit up. It's always something else. That shit up. No. And you read. Like I sent you a whole list yesterday of how to fix ADHD and all type of, I think I just go to work to soothe my shit. You don't go to work to soothe nothing. We go to work to make revenue to provide for our family. Nigga, playing around. Get to it. I'd have wasted my time on this internet playing. And I don't care if they run. They need to run. That's the parasite in these niggas. Rebuke, rebut, but. Y'all wasn't doing no rebutting when I was talking about quantum physics. Now, one rebut. Boy, you niggas went out there in sci-fi. Oh, you niggas. Y'all got flag. What? Get over here. So I got knees straight, niggas. Shut the fuck up. Man, I don't hear none of that shit. I'm just relaxing a little bit. The teacher's here. I'm with Kev. Y'all not with Kev. Everything you say gonna be against me. Hey, but. Taj already finished with the whole class. He did his homework and everything, all in my messages, in my personal. I tell him to stop. He's still going. Press 1, but. Man, I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. I don't give a damn about no damn sorry. Sorry don't do nothing. It's nothing but a board game by Milton Bradley. Same people who took your shit away and what's that game? Monopoly. I don't tell me sorry nothing. Ain't no sorry. Look in the mirror and say, I'm sorry. It's gonna say, I know you is. I know. You go tell the man in the mirror you sorry, not me. I'm the teacher. I'm trying to help you get better. You feel me? Don't tell me. You feel me? Guess what I tell him, y'all? He asked me, how do I overcome this issue? I'm over assuming, right? I'm tired of this shit. KevRow on the tables right now at the lunch tables. Press one. Brother, I have to tell him, bro, you be asking questions and dipping out. You know, you be sounding good at first, but you asked me, how do I overcome these issues? That was his question. I said, to improve your attention span, practice meditation and mindful, prioritize quality sleep, engage in regular exercises, and minimize distractions like constant notification and multitasking, taking short active breaks, consuming brain boosting foods like oatmeal and Brother, I'm going through this whole list and focusing on one's task at a time. Taking also significantly enhance your ability to concentrate. Lifestyles and habits. Exercise regularly. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, which can improve cognitive functions and focus. Prioritize, like me, sleep. Press one, lack of sleep can significantly hinder your attention and your concentration. Press one, so aim for adequate rest. Eat brain healthy food, nourishing your press one brain with good nutrition supports better attention and overall cognitive health. Practice mindful and meditation. Regular prayer meditation can calm your nerve system, improve focus, and increase what? Your ability to be present. Press one, take frequent active breaks instead of passively scrolling through your phone. Use breaks for a walk. Press one, a short craft or a quick chat with a friend. Press one, environment and technology, nigga. Remove distractions. Turn off these phone notifications. Put your phone on in another room or use social media blockers to create less stimulating environment. Nigga, work on quiet space. Minimize background noise by working in a quiet area and using noise canceling headphones. Nigga, limit, these are all different things, man. Amazon, nigga, got a week coming up where everything about to be free. Nigga, get your bread up. Limit multitasking. Focus on one task at a time and give it your full attention when gradually rebuilding your capacity for longer periods of concentration. Okay? Focus techniques. Practice active listening. Give conversations your full attention by listening mindfully rather than letting your mind wander. Press one, use timers, nigga. Employ techniques like press one, employ techniques that involve working on set periods of time, 25 to 40 minutes, followed by a short break. Engage in press one, concentration boosting activities like reading books, playing some games, bro. Learning an instrument can train your attention. Google it. Press one, eat some brain food. Press one, listen to music. Press one. So I'm saying all these beautiful words. You didn't even respond. You just said, you're right. Recreation is a necessity. Y'all just, man, wait a minute. What else? What else? Okay, this is about you. You. So he said, one of the things that I mentioned was multitasking. He said he multitasked to compensate, not concentrate. I said, oh my. So you don't have the ability to mentally hold it all in. So you gonna do the opposite. This is what I'm saying. So you're gonna do the opposite. Why am I even responding? Why did I use all them words? Anybody help me? Why did I do that? He didn't even respond. And the response that he did do was contrary to one of the main things, having all these things on your mind. And if you do that to compensate for what? Drugs? No, not drugs. Right, Taj? Not drugs. The king of narratives got you, champion. It's not drugs. You know, that's the same exact thing that we were talking about in the chat room about what Shiva just posted up, Mark 9 and 24, about muteness. Press 1. Where story where Jesus heals the deaf and the mute. What you asked me is, how do I what? What did the man say? Help thou my unbelief. Help me with my unbelief. True or not? True or not? Well said, chat room. Well said. Help me with my unbelief. That's why I prepared it. That's what you said. That's why I wrote it. How do I overcome this issue? What issue? Overcome the issue of unbelief. Correct? So our main subject today is just that. That's why I brought this stuff up. Press 1. Now we finna go watch this. This is for those who studying, not those who consumed. I'm talking about the studiers. Yeah. We finna watch something. And the allegorical sense, the lawful sense. So tell me if you can make out what's happening here in Mark. What's the Bible verse? Mark 9 and 24. Didn't I tell you that's they spirits? Hold on. Bear with me. Didn't I tell y'all that's the spirit of unbelief? What spirit is that? Dumb, the spirit of dumb. Before I even do this, let's put the Bible verses up here. So the people, okay, because I'm done talking to this about it, like, okay, everybody should get it. So the people can get it. It's very important All right. Subject matter. What is in the chat room? Overcome unbelief. Dumb and mute. Let's go to what Bible verse is that? That's Mark 9:24. I told you, foundation a little different over here. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Press one if you ready. That's what I'm on. All this other stuff, I don't know too much about. I've been prolonging and wasting my time for a long time. I'm done. I give up with wasting my time. Thank you guys for doing that and allowing me to grow and go on. Okay. Let me know if y'all ready. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. I ain't been on the Patreon. I'm trying to work with these folks. Press one. Taking away from my other students and stuff. What's up, Karen? Let me know if y'all ready to go. Turn y'all pages to Mark 9:24 or open up a new tab and do it in the Bible Google machine. Yep, all right, we back. How many people responding? All right, y'all ready to read? All right, I broke this down in the Discord. All right, so this is the only thing that I'm doing different. Patreon on the Discord is I'm open for discussion first before I come on the air. Okay, so if y'all want to have discussions with me, I'm gonna drop the link because that's what ultimately this is about. It's an open discussion forum for this community. Okay, it's not a mute center. It's not for people who are consumed with quietness and mute and cannot stand. That is not what this is. And even if they won't even budge to try, won't even budge. I can only say and do so much, and I care that much. I don't need it, you know. All right, this is Mark 9:17 through 21. And the multitude answered and said, Master, I have. Oh, wait. Let me go back a little bit. Let me read the full chapter because I got to go what they was doing. Oh, this is the question. Press one. The whole chapter is a parable about what the Son of Man is going to do. Press one. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death, till they have seen the kingdom of God come with power. And after 6 days, Jesus taketh with him Peter, James, and John, and leadeth up to the high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured right before them. And his raiment became shining, exceedingly white as snow. So start changing right there. So as no fuller on earth can white them. And there appeared unto them Elias with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. And Peter said to Jesus, Master, is it good for us to be here? And let us make 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elias. For he wist not what to say, for they were sore afraid. And there was a cloud that overshadowed them, and the voice came out the cloud saying, This is my beloved Son, hear him. And suddenly, when they looked around about, they saw no man anymore, save Jesus only with themselves. And as they came down from the mountain, he charged them that they should tell no man the things that they have seen till the Son of Man were risen from the dead. And they kept saying with themselves, question one with another, with the rising from the dead should even mean. And they kept saying with themselves, questioning one another, what the rising of the dead shall mean. And they asked him, why say the scribes that Elias must come first? And he answered and told them, Elias verily cometh first and restoreth all things, and how it is written of the Son of Man that he must suffer many things and be set at naught. But I say unto you that Elias is indeed come, and they have done unto him whatsoever they listed, as it is written of him. See, it is written already. And when he come to his disciples, he saw a great multitude of them with scribes questioning with them. And straightway all the people, when they beheld him, were greatly amazed and running to salute him. And he asked the scribes, what questions ye with them? And one of the multitude answered and said, Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which has a dumb spirit, and wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth and gnashing with his teeth, and pinneth away. And I spoke to thy disciples, and they should not cast him out, that they should cast him out, and they could not. He answered and said, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him unto me. And they brought him unto him. And when he saw him, straightway the spirit tear him, and he fell to the ground and wallowed foaming. And he asked the father, How long is it ago since this came unto him? That's what Jesus asked the father. And he said, of a child. And oftentimes it has cast him into the fire and into waters and to destroy him. But if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us and help us. Jesus said to him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. And straightway the father of the child cried out and said with tears, O Lord, I believe. Help me with my unbelief. And when Jesus saw that the people came running together, he rebuked the foul spirit, saying unto him, Thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. And the spirit cried out and rent him sore, and came out of him. And he was one, and he was as one dead, insomuch as many said, He is dead. They thought the boy was dead. Crest one, and he was. Dead with what? A dumb spirit. A dumb spirit of what? A dumb spirit of muteness. Civil muteness is your issue. Not being smart with Kev, asking me, well, is that the issue? Is that Biden? Listen, homework. Because I'm doing mine. I'm not gonna move it no faster than the tree, than the class. I'm talking about it, doing shows on it, getting back to my homework, talking to my chat room who's interested, come back with more lecture, just like that. That's how I roll in real life. Just get this too much. I got too much on my mind. Let's get this shit rolling. Remember, Tupac was like, I don't need to be in the studio making beats. Being there, give me the mic, boom. Okay, so you want to be here, that's It's for you. But I'm not here to play. And the whole thing is about muteness, quietness, inability to speak. The Father didn't believe, but you know who believed? You know who believed? The person that came free. The Father didn't believe. He didn't even know what belief was. He even asked Jesus, teach me how to believe. But you just said, never mind. Bring me the boy. Like, he helped the blind man see. Of course. I'm not doing my homework to contend with nobody. None. If you want to partake in these conversations, partake in them. But keep it very respectful. Because you know what dumb means? Dumb is mute, silent, and not speaking. Ease Your Mind posted that in my Discord. Hit that like button and subscribe. Homework should be done to genuinely understand. Yeah, you don't got to do no homework. It's just for those who going to communicate with me that want some genuine understanding. You don't have to do it. I'm not talking to people who just, I'm not going to. You don't have to. This is for people who are. That's all. That's all I was saying from the beginning. This is for people who are. You can't come out of this state. You need to bear witness. You don't have no witnesses to come out the state. So going further in this ain't going to make no difference. You're going to be out there by yourself with no witnesses, and you can't even witness. Press 1, you don't even understand it. Okay? My approach is I'm going to help everybody bear witness and be comprehensive of it. And I take this serious. I take this very serious. $240 a student. Nigga, I take this serious. Very serious. I don't leave no student behind. All parasites must be vanquished from the brain. Press 1. That ain't easy. You think I'm finna sit here and talk nice to a mute? Huh? Oh, how you doing, little parasite up in there? Let him go. If you don't get out of this body, press 1. Get your dumb ass out of there. You ain't got no father in your life ever tell you, get your ass out of there. Huh? What? You don't see how babies turn around and run? Oh, that mamas can't do nothing with the kids. Dad, you don't say it. Get your little what? Hit the face different. Look at for his glory. The Father chastises those he loves. The least they can do is respond. You know what? I've learned from this that no response is consent. And we may wish for people to be able to respond. But there are going to be throves and throves and throves of people who cannot disconnect from that system of governance over them. They can't comprehend it. They're not interested. It doesn't move them. It doesn't cause them to speak and go against Satan's kingdom with truth. They prevent that with suppression. Suppression of God's truth and the spirit of truth, which is inside of you and is Antichrist. You can never be the head, ever. You are Antichrist. So you have made your bed. There is no solstice here, buddy. You make your bed with silence. It's the equivalent to, when the Rolling 60s, when I was young, and Fat Quincy and Tiny Turtle, little brother Willie, and JJ, little brother Al, we all out there supposed to be tiny lokes, and they said, Kev, it's time for you to get put on the hood. I said, no. But if I didn't say no, I would have been from Rolling 60s to this day. And Puff Daddy would have said, Kev, where you from? I would have said, Rolling 60s. And that would have blocked me from my other friends and my other places. Press 1. I didn't know that at the time. But that's what happened. Where you from? I'm from this right here. Right here. So, what is the Bible telling you about the miracles of Jesus? He healed the deaf, dumb, and blind. People who are possessed by these psychological demons. You get it? This is a psychological issue. From a religious aspect, it's allegorically, think about it from a psychological, lawful perspective. Okay? So, he was curing their blindness. And all that. They couldn't see, read, comprehend. They were illiterate. They were everything that consists of what I see in my class. That's why you got to have the patience of Jesus Christ. Because Jesus Christ, without him, I'd have been talked so much shit about you motherfuckers. I'd have been, nigga, y'all would hate me. I'd be so boastful with it. Press 1. But through Jesus, I'm able to, I see a model complex that I can say, wow, they're suffering and people is suffering from, I'm going out of Kevin. No, because Kevin to get you. Okay? Jesus going to say, get out of there, dumb fool spirit that's in this person. Press 1. See? Parasite fool, because that spirit don't want to come out of the people you see. They need them mute. Shut the fuck up. They will never come out of this. You can't save them, Kev. You can't help them come out of this deadness. They're headed for destruction. Might not be able to help them all, but I will go above and beyond to help one in need. Might not be able to help them all. That's true. That's true. But I can help just like somebody helped me. And I'll go through all this. See, that's Jesus. Jesus went through all that for one. And then over there one. And then over there one. Not thousands and thousands and thousands. Them thousands and thousands of thousands through rocks. When he was being crucified, he did all that. They didn't even come. They didn't even come to his press 1. They was there in the crowd with him. They even told Peter, Peter, don't you know him? But 2 weeks ago, they was like, where the party at? No, where the party at? Oh, Jesus, you got more wine? The party at? No, I can't begin about one. You ain't finna do me like that. I learned from Jesus. I'm not doing that for you. I'm gonna cure you of your blindness though, so you can carry your own cross. Cause you all died, remember? So you gotta be prepared. I don't know if you can, I hope I was able to teach you something. Something that nobody in your family gonna teach you to prepare you for this. But I'm not to stay in play mode with you. I came down here, meaning mentally, spiritually, and all that, to come get you. Now, nigga, we in scuba gear. If you don't want to go up to the water, up to the surface, that's on you. Bro, I'm out of here, bro. I don't let drowning people grab all of my scuba gear, bro. I'm out of here. God gave me this scuba gear. God gave me this scuba gear. Do you want some air? Press 1. You can sit around. I'm not finna sit down here and debate with you about my scuba gear that God gave me, about the brand. Well, you know that white man made that. Come here, nigga. Come here. Hey, do you want to breathe, nigga? Shut the fuck up. Put this fucking harness on. Plus one, I'm gonna remove the harness from me, which prevents me from breathing, and give it to you. Damn. Let me work. Press one. Only a demon. Jesus, why do you think Jesus had to go to hell? Why? To save. To save those who could be possibly be saved. Press one. That's why. That's why we in the underworld. Press one, everybody ain't gonna make it. Some of them believe they be coming back in reincarnation in the loop-de-loop again. They was all out here a week ago talking about Kirk. I know now everybody can't go. But I tell you what, my work ain't in vain. All the distractions and muteness, that's for you. That's for you to sit with. I hate to receive all this and understand. Press one, that silence in agreement to Satan's kingdom. And all I got to do is sit here with Kev and look and learn and observe. They don't even got to read. They just got to observe so they can learn. If you can't comprehend and read by observing, oh, yeah, nigga, you was a test tube child or some shit. Yeah, Cabbage Patch. Cabbage Patch, test tube. Yeah. Comprehension. Yeah. You a grown man with Down syndrome and you don't really have it. You just playing. Yeah, you just playing. Y'all gonna walk up and down this earth every day playing. And ain't nobody playing but you. Ain't nobody playing. I take the prophecies of God more serious than I give a fuck about everybody here. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you what's in my mind, body, and spirit. That's all I've been doing. Destruction. Coming of the Lord. I don't, listen, the betrayals I faced in his life, bro, I don't, listen, if I can find one. Listen, bro. Females, men, niggas, bitches, dogs and dogettes, thugs and thuggies, nigga. I don't feel so much depression in this how I get it out. Yeah, I don't shoot nobody. I shoot the world. Look, boom, look, end of it. Bring forth God, judgment, law. That's all I care about. The end result. I don't care because people don't care. Y'all got things to do in the world of Satan. Like practice and drill teams and work and all these other things that got y'all minds on that. I'm talking about something else outside the timelines of that. You know? Yeah. I used to be the greatest, hardest worker at Verizon. Today I'm wearing. Hit the like button, thinking I was, yeah. Okay. Shout out to Augustine with that $10 contribution to this program today. Thank you for that, champion. Thank you for hearing it. You must be relieved. Press one. You must be relieved because that's what it's about, bro. Good looking. Good looking. It takes a lot, you know, and you're not supposed to be nice to the aliens. Have y'all seen Independence Day? Y'all see Men in Black? It's a little alien in y'all brain. It's a little parasite of sin that wants you to be mute, silent, and give consent over unknowingly or knowingly and keep yourself black in law. Long as you black, Satan's kingdom can steal, kill, and destroy you. It's an all-go access. As long as you do this and live this way, this system has all jurisdiction over you. What's jurisdiction? The jurisdiction of kill, steal, and destroy. Rob, steal, and destroy. Rob, kill, rob, destroy. In whichever order you want. Vice versa. Fast forward. Double back. You get that? I'm over here teaching what sin is and the spiritual aspect of sin, and we identified it. That's the religion of the world. And now you know that. You can look at astrology. You can look at all these things now. Damn, that's the spiritual practice of even the Catholic Church. Yep. Yep. Wonder. Ham. Straight up. So I've been working on my lectures, but now I know that y'all not really taking this as serious as I hoped or I thought. So I had to adjust a little bit and focus more on the teachings and those who are truly trying to overcome this world and come alive spiritually, mentally, physically. Press 1. Have all these things in our minds, conspiracies, and look at this over here, and then Tataria, and then this, 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 and then this. One of them you're going to have to choose. And all of those contend with one another in the time and space. So they all can't be real at the same goddamn time. Okay? So you can go around acting like y'all got solid facts, but you really a lunatic and living in a made-up conception of some Asian kid in Tataria, China, some goddamn where. Or you can focus your mind on the law and learning how to speak and come out of that demon Luna. Come out of her. That's your problem. Luna, let me put this broad on the goddamn screen. The bitch from heaven. The blasphemous bitch that got your brain subdued. Press 1, Sophia, Luna, any of them. Any of them. Come out of her. Press 1, fool. Look at you. Come out of her. A dumb, a spiritual, and it's not even a her. Press 1. You know Satan loved dressing up like a woman. That's why everybody do it. Press 1 because they're children of Satan. Ah! Get your niggas. Nothing. Yes, nothing. Y'all. Oh. All right. Can y'all hear me? Loud and clear. Okay, I think I got it back. There you go. I don't know how it went off. I was over here talking. I'm telling y'all to press 1. What's wrong with my class? Where y'all at? Hit the like button and subscribe. I'm on that. But look, shout out to y'all who stick around and watch the show because I'm finna get to my read. And that's what's important to me. Shout out to all the 500 people who came by this channel. And we're going to keep this conversation rolling. All right? So I'm going straight to the read. I hope y'all enjoy this. All right? All right, I'm trying to give it a second. Let the people refresh and come back and see how many, I don't want to pass by too many people who know I just went off the air and came back. It was kind of like bugging out for a second. I see it kind of stabilizing and like doing its thing in the background. More people are adding themselves back in, so I'll give it just a second. But what's important is the spirit of the Antichrist. And one thing about the parasites, they do not want Kev talking about the spirit of the Antichrist and the origin of it. Hit the like button and subscribe. So the hold up, can we go sci-fi? The parasite gonna do everything they can. Amen. To do what? No, distract, distort. Press 1. They're going to be like, no. Kev, have you ever seen this before? Press 1. Kev, let me ask you a question. Press 1. Have you ever thought about how Kobe and LeBron kind of favor each other if you look at them from the side? Press 1. Kev, listen, I'm having a problem with my toes. Press 1. Not today, Satan. Not today. Oh, Kev. I know you're talking about this one right here, not to veer off your topic or what you're talking about right now. But can we talk about, 1927 and how they had clones? Press 1. No. No more distractions. Y'all all ran out of distractions. There's no more. You should be tired. Y'all should give up. You boys back, y'all should give the fuck up. That's what I would do if I was. Just stop. You cannot distract from civil muteness, the bondage of Satan. You can't. So people, when I say a parasite, this is what I mean. There's parasites living in the center. This is my sci-fi thriller. Press 1. All right, I want you to consider this. Take this into consideration. This parent mantis resemble you, a praying person. Press 1. That water down there, that represents the spirit of God and the knowledge. Press 1. Press 1. So when I grab you and baptize you, press 1 and anoint you, this was going to happen. You see that? I give you all the truth. You're like, no, stop it right now. You don't know you don't know it's a parasite came up through them chakras. Press 1, it's in there. And it lives inside the praying mantis. You got to dip the praying mantis in water. Press 1. And the damn thing can't breathe. You understand what I'm saying? That's you. You the praying mantis. Now, the parasite wants you to believe that that's a praying mantis walking around and doing all this shit. It's not. It's a alien entity that is in your body, in your pineal gland, worm telling you, you better not believe in God. Don't KevRow. Man, hell no, KevRow. Kev, how you do this? Press 1. Now, that's not the person. That's the parasite. I'm working with the parasite. So when you be laughing at people, you really laughing with me at the parasite. Don't get it twisted. I love the praying mantis. Press 1, but the praying mantis is full of sin. And he got a parasite in him that's trying to wiggle and puff daddy shimmy his way into the knowledge of God. But he can't understand law because it condemns him. So when you dip the praying mantis, okay, the real one, in water, he started having convulsions and wiggling around. You understand what I'm saying? Now, they don't took them parables and made that the spiritual practice. And you understand, I'm talking about law. That's how you fucked up. Press 1. Let's get this clear. It's not the person that hates the law. Adam was a good man. You feel me? But Adam allowed sin. So Adam needs to be baptized. Remember? So the parasite, you need to be ministered to. And you think that's comfortable? That the paramantis is down there? He's like, what the fuck is this one? That's not comfortable. It's not easy to sit there. It's not. But you got something in there that's alien to the word of God. That's why. Does everybody understand my allegorical concepts on how the future must see this? Now, in the future, they better not be like, oh, nigga, demons. And all. You see how the two can get misconstrued, Bo Cat, Ollie Ware, and Zoom Zoom, Wow Wow? No, The spirit of muteness is that of this parasite. That's the analogy. And I just hope, come on, Sid. You really I don't fuck with your knowledge. Come on. And you told me about Gillespie and all of this beautiful thing. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to that nigga. I gotta address this nigga. You don't know, you don't got it. But guess what? You here. Who's here? The praying mantis is here. Because the praying mantis remembers when Kev is around of a sound mind. Wait, God is good. Look at this. No matter if you don't like the way I talk or nothing, how I use you as an example in front, it doesn't matter. You hear. Marley will tell you, all you got to do is come to class. Kev going through the rest. Look. So if you can understand this analogy, that's how this works. That's how KevRow University works. You're going to be like, no, fuck him. The thing is not to be embarrassed by those who are looking at you. Taj, like I'm proving, Ali is in no better position than you. Not that Ali jokes of Taj Baywa ain't funny as hell. This is the funniest thing I ever heard. It fits. Now you can't stop the joke. But that's why I said everybody bays. Fuck it. Everybody bays. Everybody bays kids. You get it? Bays kids versus Pentagon babies. What do I mean by that? See? Baby's kids at least know God. They may have walked away, forgotten the tradition, made pacts, became dead in law contractually, but they remember God. I know they do. We all went to Bible study and as kids and was little kids and went to church. I don't know what happened to us. What happened to us? Civil mutiny. When I went to Good Shepherd Baptist Church, Mr. Clinskale told me, now get in front of the church and tell him how thankful you is for God. I didn't know what I was about to say. But what I said, all I know is I was young and I just said, God is good. And the audience said, that's right. And it just powered me to say a little more. Like, what? I said something. God is good for having me around. That's right, little man. You feel me? If you ain't ever felt that, I don't know what's wrong with you. I felt that. Real niggas. Hey, preach. That's preaching? Yeah. Expression. Oh, that make y'all move? These words? Press what? Oh, yeah. I got something for you now. They had to stop me from, you feel me? I was about to, press one. They said, come on, Kev, time to move. Come on to a gang-infested poverty situation. Well, see how you adapt to this shit. Huh? Where Miss Jenkins and them? They love me. They love me. Wicked people. Where these good people go that love me? They brought me McDonald's and ice cream. All for God. And donuts. I remember donuts. Glazed donuts. But old-fashioned and donuts at Bible study. See? Boom. I'm him. I was infected with this parasite living in Universe 25, press 1, and God took me and brought this parasite to a place where the parasite can't even exist. And even if I'm slipping one day and the parasite accidentally say, yeah, I'm finna about fuck with him, as soon as I have some rest and sleep, I'm gonna do my research and be like lawful things, and you better move, buck. Press 1, you out of here. Out of there. Even if I have a bad day, let me go get me some rest. But this is when I'm talking shit, y'all just be watching live motherfucking Constantine. You ever seen Constantine? He had to get rid of the demon. Same sequence. Where was the demon at? In the mirror. Why do Michael Jackson say, go start? That's why I told Taj, don't say sorry to me. Go to that person you can't run from. Go to him and say, I'm sorry. Apologize. Because it's okay. You feel me? Ain't nobody going to apologize. All them people who did something wrong that put you in it, hey, motherfuckers ain't going to say nothing. You do it. We got to stop saying sorry to one another. No, we not sorry. Sorry is a terrible word to be. If you want the real Kev perspective on it. You You're not sorry. I don't want you to be sorry. I want you to be great. I want you, I want you to be great. That's why I'm doing this. I want you to be great. Press one. Hold up. Let me get to let me see. I know that's weird on that screen, huh? That is weird, but I'm so glad that you're able to comprehend these things. Like, as long as you're able to comprehend. All right, let me get to. Let me see. All right. All right, we're going to the master lecture. The two deaths, civil and spiritual, by Mr. Gillespie himself. All right. The two deaths. Okay. Let me light this blunt. Hold up. All right, here we go. The two deaths, civil death, death in law. Let's talk about it. The civil death is the first fall of man under the jurisdiction of men. Press one. Anybody listening? The first civil death is the first fall of man under the jurisdiction of men. It occurs not by murder, but by presumption. The living soul is recorded as a legal fiction. Hello? It's powerful. And though the ritual, and through the ritual of registration, the state declares him dead in law. So you register the soul as dead in law. It's the business practices of Egypt and the Canaanites and all them. Jurists summarized it plainly. A man civilly dead is deprived of legal rights as if he's actually dead. See Blackstone. See Blackstone Commentaries, Volume 18. The newborn is entered into civil registry and his living title is framed as a person in commerce. Are we getting this? By that act, the heir becomes the ward and the ward becomes the debtor. Every statute henceforth applies to the corpse that bears his name. Remember I said they can have it? I was talking legally and let them know I understood. It's a dead entity, and I am alive. They're like, no, don't tell everybody. Yeah, fuck you, Kev. Fuck you. All right. So by the act, the heir becomes the word. Okay, every statute. Okay, great. And in this death, this to the fellas. All right. All right, this to the fellas. In this death, he may breathe, speak, and work, but not as himself, only as an officer of a fiction. The legal word called is personhood. Heaven names it bondage. The legal word is personhood. Okay? Scripture, it is named in Scripture as the word bondage. Okay? That's the captivity. Everybody is saying there is slavery. You can be an African slavery, or you could have went under this civil death and law in which I'm offering to you. I don't have the story of the corporate story of you, an African slave. I think you were put to civil death as Jesus Christ was. That's me. When I look at my people, I look at a decapitated nation without their king Christ. Okay? So let's look at the mechanics of civil death. The first death runs on silence and presumption. That's going back to civil muteness. Okay? The man who does not rebut Taj is deemed to consent, fellas. A signature without comprehension is treated as surrender. If you don't know what you're doing, you're surrendering your. How many people sign rap contract being mad than a mug after this 100? That's what? Talking about they didn't read the Bible. Fool, yes, they did. They didn't comprehend. And they surrendered all of themselves over to me. Press 1. I am the record label. We own you. The real you. You see Kanye doing shows without his mask? Okay, I mean with his mask? Either way, right. All right, the first death runs on silence and presumption, civil muteness. The man who does not rebut is deemed to consent. A signature without comprehension is treated as surrender. The Roman maximum consent, who is silent, is taken to consent. Steel frames produced today. When a man fails to declare his living status, the law presumes his estate is abandoned and subject to administration. Courts have described extreme form of this state in decisions like Ruffin versus Commonwealth